talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
To the ground, you're dragging me. It's constantly. No, I won't make a sound. I love the pain. It sets me free. It's wrong, I can't make right. I love the bird below you said myself. That this is the last time. Slipping off in the moonlight when I know the truth. I hurt myself for you. On the ground, I know the truth. I know the truth. Now I'm on the
Cause you say those things, then shut me out. Got no clue what you have found. I'm a rose in thorns, but you cut me down. It's wrong, I can't make right. I love the bird below you said myself. That this is the last time. I can't make right. Slipping off in the moonlight when I know the truth. I hurt myself for you. I know the truth. died. We live to die. We lose our souls every day. We lost our minds. We don't remember what's wrong and what's right. The world is dead but we stay. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die. And we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. Shadows in the neon. We are We are just shadows. It's supposed to be that we die. It doesn't matter if there is no light anymore, no light anymore. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die. And we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. Shadows in the neon. We are look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time, and the tide was looking down all night, blocking out the sun beneath. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all, driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all, driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. See
look into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. The touch of yours, it's what I've been looking for. When you say my name, I just wanna feel you more. I tried to read your book, but it's too complicated. And I can't know how you feel, damn I hate it. Oh, I'm gonna try to find the light from the sun when I'm underwater. I'm gonna try to feel the heat in the cold, you're making it harder. Oh, every day is passing by, wanna feel your hand in mine. I'm gonna find the light, which is making me shine. The smile of yours, I'm never sad no more. When you're getting close, what are we waiting for? I tried to stop your bomb, but it detonated. And I can't know how you feel, damn I hate it. Oh, I'm gonna try to find the light from the sun when I'm underwater. I'm gonna try to feel the heat in the cold, you're making it harder. Oh, every day that's passing by, wanna feel your hand in mine. I'm gonna find the light, which is making me shine. Which is making me shine. Oh, 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 oh.
Running round like dollars in the wind, bending over backwards just to let you in. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down and now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the I'm sick of fighting the things that you said. I don't wanna burn all our bridges ahead. I'm tired of going to bed when you left me on red just to turn up the noise in my head. I told you that one day ain't never enough. You tell me I hate you, I still call you up. If we don't got trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. You were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down and now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in the I never wanna get old, I just wanna be free. Going back on what I've been told, into the possibility of being me. And I'm so tired of control, it's coming over me and getting in my bones. And I've been trying not to let it show, but I can feel it in my soul. So take my chains and break them from the ground. All the walls I built are coming down. What was I running from? Was it from the man that I've become? So take my chains and break them from the ground. These walls are coming down. Oh, these walls are coming down. Oh, these walls are coming down. Oh, these walls are coming down. Well, I've been trying not to let go of something I can't see. Like I was digging out a dark hole and losing part of me silently. And I can't fight on my own, I need somebody who could be the antidote. Cause I pretend like I don't feel alone, but I can feel it in my soul, yeah. See, I pretend like I don't feel alone, but everybody knows. So take my chains and break them from the ground. All the walls I built are coming down. What was I running from? Was it from the man that I've become? So take my chains and break them from the ground. These walls are coming down. Take my chains and break them. These lives are what we make them. These walls have started shaking, and I'm just so sick of waiting. Take my chains and break them. Well, I get so tired of living life, but I need someone. are coming down. These walls 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 are coming down.
You paint a picture in my mind. You wanna leave it all behind. In a world that's turning all the time, nothing could stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be This lake of fire burns my skin. How could love wear so thin? I'm sinking in the hollow ground. Nothing can stop me wanting you somehow. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be
Okay, so I guess that's enough. Muskan, okay, so I hope everyone is clear enough and are having no connectivity issues because we were having some glitches previously. So I hope everyone is clear enough and having a good internet connection so that we can proceed on with the event.
Excuse me, sir. I might have some internet issues.
Okay. We'll take that into consideration.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so before just starting with the event, I would just like to re-mention the rules and regulations again. So previously it was 150 seconds to speak up. So today it's an addition. Like you guys have a maximum limit to speak of 5 minutes. Rest otherwise the rules and regulations are same. You have to turn on your webcam all the time till the time you are speaking. Mic should be on. Okay, and that's all. The only addition is that you can speak maximum for 5 minutes. Okay. And for the judge, we are very glad that we have Sanchi ma'am with us today. She would be the judge for event. We are very delighted that she would guide us with her knowledge and experience. Okay, so she has been a teacher in my school only, so she is a really good gem. So I hope ma'am would take care of this event and would guide you in the best possible way she can. So let's welcome our judge Sachi ma'am for this event. Thank you so much, ma'am, for supporting us and making your time, for the students and for us. We are really, delighted to have you today. So Muskan,
Welcome, ma'am.
can we just yeah. So Muskan, can we just start with the event? We should call the next
Yeah.
participant and yeah,
Okay.
and just make sure the
Okay.
webcam is on.
Okay.
including yours also.
Okay. So calling up first will be slot number 1, Hiyat Rehan. Can we have you on the screen? Can you turn on your webcam and your mic? Hi, here. Sachi ma'am. Sachi ma'am, are you there? Okay.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am.
So here, I hope you're ready. Our topic for today is global unity in times of diversity.
Thank you. So, I would like to speak upon my topic, that is global unity in times of in diversity. Is it? Am I correct?
Yeah, global unity in times of diversity.
Okay. So, ma'am, 1 minute. Let me turn on my timer, please.
Yeah.
I'm starting now. I feel that global unity, diversity is something that is present in all over the world, in all the sphere. And the best example is India, in which we are living. India is the mega biodiversity country of the world. And we see that unity in diversity, as stated by Ms. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji, is a true saying. That is because because whenever there are two ideologies, there might be that whenever there are two ideologies, people clash with their thoughts, and that is what happens with different communities, religions, customs. But that is not the case, that we Indians are not together, we are not united. Talking about the world, we are having great relations with almost every country, and every person is trying to be in humanity and try to extend his or her relationships with other countries. To add on this, I would like to state that global unity is really an issue which needs to be addressed in the whole world, because sometimes, as we see, there have been 2 world wars. That is because sometimes egos clash with our personalities, and that is what is happening in this whole world. People are clashing on small issues because as there's a population invasion. What is really happening is that due to the different concepts that people and different mindsets that people are having in their minds, they are thinking as if they have to just fulfill their needs, they have to cater to their environment, but they're forgetting to live socially in their environment and live in a sustainable way that would help others also to interact with the environment socially. I think that this is a major issue which is coming because we are having those old typical mindsets. The need is to change them. We need to understand that our religions, our customs matter to us, and so are other people's traditions matter to them. We say that because we say that the greatest religion of this world is humanity, helping others. That is what we have to keep in our mind. We have to live socially in this environment and help others also to do the same. The issue which I would like to address on further is that there is a kind of belief in everybody's minds that he or she is violating the religion, he or she is violating my religion, or we can say that they're not catering my proper needs. But for adding on further, this is not what should really happen. Being such a diverse sphere, we have to adapt to our environment and live socially together. This is a real issue that needs to be addressed in the whole sphere. What we need to do is not just humans. There are many diversities in plant kingdom and animal kingdom as well. We need to respect every diverse culture and give it the whole respect that
that particular culture deserves. Because if there's no diverse, because then we can see there's a gender diversity as well, and we are not like, there are many issues addressing women empowerment, and I would like to say that this is really a typical issue that is causing clashes because of the different ideologies. The main thing over here is that there is diversity in everything, and diversity enhances the beauty of a place. If there's no diversity in the sphere, we won't be living happily all over here. We would be seeing that this is such a boring world in which we have to live. We have to just spend our lifetime and not just this. But I would like to state that diversity is something which should be respected, which should be dignified. It should have its proper respect. We should not be self-centered to our own culture and religion. Rather, we should cater to everyone's needs, even the environment, the plants, because there is diversity all over the sphere. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. Okay, so should we move towards the next slot? Okay, so can we have Karan Jain? Yeah.
Hi, Karan.
Hi.
So your topic is esports and your thoughts about it.
So, esports essentially refers to things like, as of now, there is a huge spike in the number of people who have started gaming, especially because of the young generation. Esports refers to competitions and basically events for such online games like PUBG, Call of Duty, etc. So esports is an upcoming industry which is worth a lot, and this is because it is hugely popular in the younger generation. The younger generation, the millennials that we call, are actually very involved in this because they have always been there with technology. The older generations did not have such games or technologies with them, but the current generation is one which has already always been there around it, and they have developed certain skills and specialities within these games. There are pro PUBG players, there are professional Call of Duty players, and they earn their income through YouTube videos and a lot of these competitions that go on around the world. So this has actually become a actual career option, which probably no one ever thought it would be possible. So this is very different from normal sports, the physical sports that we actually play, because in the physical sports there are a lot of other things that you have to keep in mind, such as body fitness levels. You have to be sharp at all times in terms of being healthy and having a lot of stamina with you and power, and there goes a lot into body conditioning. So the health factor is there, but in this particular esports there is nothing that you actually have to do in terms of keeping your body fit. You just need to have your reflexes well put, and you need to be really experienced, and you need to know the right techniques. The minute strategies that you only know are the ones which take you to success. So for me, this particular arena where esports is emerging, I personally feel that this is not very good for our society. This is because it actually damages our own will to go out and play physical sports. This in turn deteriorates our health because we do not do any physical activity. This is also causing laziness and obesity because people usually end up having a bowl of chips or popcorn in front of them while doing this. They also end up drinking cold drinks while sitting on their sofa and gaming. So this is not a good thing according to me. But it has positives as well. Since not everyone is academically oriented, not everyone has the power or the fitness levels to become a sportsman. Not everyone is well cut out for so many things, so many professions that we have currently. But there are people who especially have a good sight, they have a good strategy, they are especially built for this kind of a setup, and they are very good at it. If someone is very good at something, then I think they should be allowed to do that thing and pursue their passion and actually be able to earn a living out of it. So I think both sides are there. The positive, which helps these kind of people who are involved in gaming and these kind of esports, and whereas it also affects a lot of people who might not be professionals but who want to be professionals. So their health is getting affected, and there are a lot of people who aim to be professionals and earn from this, but it is not easy at all. So that also affects people, because as in any stream there are stages where you might be able to reach and where you might not be able to reach. So someone may aim for it but may not be able to become a professional player. So that can also affect the person deeply, although that is also there in many other things such as physical sports as well. So all in all, I would like to say that esports is an emerging market, and I think only the ones who know that this is the profession they are cut out for should actually go ahead and pursue this for their career and to get their livelihood. Otherwise, if you are indulged in esports, I think you should monitor yourselves as to whether you are physically fit, keeping yourself fit, and not being obsessed or being entirely indulged in these sports. So that is my view towards esports. Thank you.
Thank you, Karan. We'll proceed towards the next slot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anahita Dobal.
So officially, the moment you upload your
Hi, Anahita. Hope you're doing well.
Good afternoon.
Anahita, your voice is
I'm
echoing.
good. I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah, I'm good.
There's a glitch.
I think it could be because other microphones maybe have been turned on as well.
Okay. So is it clear now? My voice is clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. So Anahita, your topic is mistakes can be profitable.
All right. Mistakes can be profitable. Someone has rightly said that the greatest teacher is our own mistakes. I think there is no one who is perfect. There is no one who is flawless. There is no one who never commits mistakes. What makes a man great is someone who can stand up when he falls down, someone who can learn from his mistakes, someone who can work upon himself, acknowledge and accept them, and be willing to become a better person. So if you don't try and learn from your mistakes, you're not really working on yourself. And I believe that we never truly stop learning. Throughout our life, we are always learning. We are, as people, right from our childhood, evolving continuously. We learn new things from the world every day. We learn how others work. We learn what our shortcomings are, what our strengths are. And over the years, everybody realizes where they have gone wrong. And I think the only thing that makes a person that distinguishes people is people who are willing to learn from their mistakes, to work upon themselves, and people who don't want to acknowledge and who don't want to make themselves better. Mistakes, I feel, if you are always winning, if you are always getting what you want, there is no growth that is happening. Growth necessarily always happens when you fail, when you learn. And in those moments is when you are at your weakest, when you reach rock bottom. That is when you truly learn how to work upon yourself and how to bridge the gaps that you have not been able to do previously. And I believe mistakes aren't mistakes should never stop someone from pursuing what they want to do. from speaking up, from giving their viewpoints, from sharing their viewpoints. And I think what we need to stop doing is bringing others down for their mistakes. All over the world, we have, as a society, become so. We have come to a point where if people make mistakes, we go at them, we bring them down, we pull each other down for each other's mistakes. We don't leave any chance to show ourselves as superior and the other person as inferior. But if that's what we are aiming for, then we must really reflect upon ourselves and question, where are we headed together as a society? I think what we must start doing is embracing ourselves and embracing other people. We have to learn and realize that no one is perfect, and bringing others down isn't going to get you anywhere, because throwing shade at others isn't going to make you shine. You have to learn to acknowledge other people's views, other people's mistakes, and you have to try and help understand their viewpoint. You have to try and help them grow and become a better person. In this way, mistakes will be profitable for the person, and not only for the person, but for society altogether. I think what another very important thing is that we have to keep in mind to learn from our mistakes. The world has seen and gone through so many things. The world has had its very good share of disasters. But I think how we have evolved over the years is because we have remained together with a strong will. And that will, Baba, has to continue to remain. I think, for example, the world wars. The whole world globally saw that world wars caused so much damage, not only to one country or another, to two powers, but to everybody. So we learned, we made measures. So I think if we want to progress further as a society globally, we have to start learning our mistakes. We have to keep in mind our past, our history, and learn, overcome, adapt in order to progress towards a better, stronger future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anahita.
Thank you so much, Anahita. That was good.
We'll proceed towards the next slot. Sabita Singh, can we have you? Can you turn on your mic and your video?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Hi, Sabita.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Hope you're also doing well. All the very best. So your topic is, will scientific innovations like artificial intelligence make things simple or complicated in the future?
Okay. So starting with my topic given by the judges is the scientific technologies like AI make our life complex or simpler. So starting with a quote said by many scientists that machines are there for our simpleness, for being something that to bring complexness to the part towards the simpleness. So that what I would like to say is that machines, technologies are just for our innovations. They have evolved from time to time. It's been ages that we are making our minds to developing those. We are just putting our whole life for developing those, the electricity, the magnetism, and all these innovations are the one which are the highest peak of the moment. They are providing us comfort, and that is why it is very important for us to make it useful for ourselves. So first of all, talking about the advantages of technologies and innovations, there are many. We are making our life simpler from our generations, from the ancestors' life of ours, because of technologies only. The technologies are making ourselves to prove ourselves more good than what our ancestors were doing. For example, the telephones, they have making ourselves so sophisticated with our families. The one who is very far away from us, we can talk to them right now and just communicate our feelings through them. So I feel that first of all, the advantage of technology is that we can communicate and share our feelings to others, which is something very important nowadays. And thus communication always led to the less generation gaps, as well as making you feel more better than what you were feeling in the past. So that is the first advantage what I feel of technologies is. And then the second is that technologies are always there for our use. If we are using it to the fullest, then only we can get the use of it. But at the short core, it's something that is destroying our generations. We are just playing we even talked about right now about e-gamings and all the online classrooms. So these technologies are an advantage for us, but as you know, the pros and cons are always there. So technology being used at the limitable extent that it is useful to us is very good, but on the other hand, if we use it to that extent that it destroys our health, it damages us, it do not enhance us, but at the same time it degrades us. This is something which should not be there. So talking about the same point and moving further on, um, technologies revolves around itself. If one technology is been established, then the other one will try to make it more enhanced and make it more affordable to us. So that is why it will going on from ages, and it will also continue to make and we will also make sure that it will continue to go to ages, because technology is something that we have started from the inventions of zeros, and then when we have developing from smartphones to iPhones and moreover to many things else. So this is something what technology is always, and it is simpler than what we think is complex is. So that is what I want to say. And moreover, technologies for me are always been simpler, because we are adapt to it. We are learning how to make it. We always learns from what our past generations have been teaching us. So that is why technology always help us to learn more. If we know the earlier technologies, then we will try to adapt the new ones, and that's so on. We have seen our elders and our grandparents that earlier they can't even dial the numbers on their phone, but right now they can even do video calls, and we are just happy to see them doing so. So that is why adaptation is very important to those technologies. When we are not trying to adapt ourselves to those technologies, then of course they will be complex creatures for us. But when we are trying to motivate adapt with them, we try to go to round to circles with them, then only we will make it more simpler for us as well as to the society. As far as India is concerned and the societies here in India are concerned, we know that poverty level is even very high in India, and thus people are not that much familiar to technologies. But in developed countries like USA, England, all these countries are very much adapt to those technologies, and that is why they are even processing more and more to those technologies, making it complex but those simpler for them, because they are adapting to it. So that is what I just want to say, and end up by saying that technologies are complex, but if we try to adapt with them, they are simpler for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabita. So we'll proceed towards the next participant, Sanya Fatima. Can you turn on your... Yeah.
I hope I'm audible and visible.
Yeah.
Hi, Sanya.
Hi.
So your topic is life on social media, a myth.
Okay. Thank you for the topic. Life on social media, a myth. Social media is nothing new to any of us. It is something that all of us are connected to. And first of all, it is a very good thing. According to me, it is a really good thing, but everything has its pros and cons. So some of the good things related to social media, which I would like to tell, are that it obviously keeps people connected. You can keep a track on your friends, whatever whatever they are doing, enjoy with them, be a part of certain events and connect virtually. And it also helps you be on track with whatever the trend is, and you can even enjoy by doing that. For example, the TikTok, but it has recently been banned, but there are many other platforms available for the same thing. And most of the kids and the younger generation mostly is very much involved on social media, as they really like it. They feel they are being validated, they are being viewed, they are being seen by everyone, and they feel they can connect to everyone. Many people are shy and they cannot like talk in person or talk to people or connect to people in person, but they are able to convey all their feelings and all that through social media, through their stories, or through chatting with people on social media. And that is good. But by social media, the some cons of it are that so people forget what it is to be real. People, a lot of time people pretend to be someone else on the social platforms, but they are something else in the real life. And they sometimes people go real to the real really go to the extremes, and they kind of forget what is real and what is virtual, and they just get into the web of social media, and they cannot get out of it. And there are many crimes also on social media, like the cyber crimes we all know about. So social media is a good thing, but we need to be careful there. And everyone need, because it is a platform where anyone can be contacted or connected by anyone, and people can do anything. So obviously negative things can also be done, and people do that. And so everyone needs to be careful about that before doing anything on social media, before like revealing anything personal on social media. That is one of the biggest concern about social platforms. But social platforms surely are a great help, and they, like I said, they help in many ways. And everyone should be connected socially, I feel, but to a certain limit. Like you should not just get into it and forget about the real world, about your family, about your loved ones who are physically present with you, and just forget what the real world is about. And just people sometimes just get lost in social media, and they just forget whatever what is happening around them, and everything for them is related to social media. Before they, like before they eat, before they go and eat something, they want to click a picture with that. And they even not savor the food, they just want to click a picture with it. They go somewhere, they want to click a picture there, and everything is like related to pictures, videos and texts and all that. So they forget to live in the moment which they are currently in. So that is one of the things that the social media people should be careful about. And but I really feel social media is a great help, but it, like I said, the people should be careful on it, and also not like forget about the real world and all that. And that is what I wanted to say about social media. And thank you.
Thank you, Sanya. We'll proceed towards the next participant, Vanshika Rajan.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hi, Vanshika.
Hi.
Yeah, Vanshika. So your topic is reservation in India.
All right. So, how many of us have heard about the Pune Pact, wherein B.R. Ambedkar, the father of our constitution, came into agreement with Mahatma Gandhi to reserve certain amount of seats for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes of our country. Since then, our country has been making amendments in our constitution to uplift these underprivileged people to our level so that they have equal opportunity, equal rights, and equal access to everything which we as a general public who are not deprived do. So reservation in India has both pros and cons. Yes, one of the pros is that these people, as I mentioned, get uplifted to a level, they get equal opportunity, they are able to voice their opinions to the government, and they're also able to give in certain suggestions which may be of value to everyone across the country and not just their community. Another pro could be that they feel that they are at home. When you give reservation to a particular strata of society who has been neglected all across, they feel more confident to be a part of the nation. Thirdly, it goes with the idea of our nation. Our nation is based on diversity and inclusion. So when we attempt to include certain people, this gives into the fact that we always have the idea of of unity in diversity within us. At the same time, I believe that reservation policy also has cons, because reservation is not just limited to 24% or 27% of seats in the parliament. It goes beyond it. It comes to the education reservations, employment reservations, etc. When we give reservations in education, yes, they are well and good, but when we extend such reservations to employment, people who actually deserve the jobs and who have actually worked for it may not get it simply because they are not part of a particular strata of the society. Moving ahead, when we talk about women reservations, there has been a bill in the parliament since the last decade where the parliament promises the women to give 33% of reservations to them, but none of them have applied it yet. This not only talks about how corrupt and how many false accusations our government gives us, but also gives into the fact that the women who form an equal part of the humanity are not given enough reservations. The similar thing goes for transgenders. We do not have any representation or any reservations for transgenders who should have an equal say in every decision that is being made. So yes, reservations do play an important role in our life. To explain you better, imagine yourself in a wheel of ignorance, which was given to us by Roll, a great philosopher. He said, anytime when you feel that, when you question yourself that why certain privileges should be given to certain people, you should always imagine that if you were to select a society for yourself, would you choose a society wherein everybody is distributed amongst unequal distribution of wealth and there's discrimination? Would you choose a society where there's equality of all? Obviously, we all will go for the latter because we all want to feel secure. This is the reason behind this protective discrimination. This is the reason behind this affirmative action. And this is the reason behind the recent 92nd Amendment was done to extend the reservations to another 10 years. Therefore, I conclude with the fact that yes, I am in for the reservations, but needless to say, there are many loopholes which need to be rectified and looked into by our government, and not just the government, but the people around us who should be aware of what goes behind everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanshika. We proceed towards the next slot. Vedant Jain, can we have you? Can you turn on your mic and your video?
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening. So, Vedant, your topic is the intellect of a person is defined by the stream he or she chooses. Like in our country, it's commerce, science, humanities. Okay?
Okay, thank you. So, the topic given to me is intellect of a person is determined by the stream he or she chooses. Yes, definitely. In our country, when we talk about streams, the thing that comes to our minds is that schools obviously force students to take up a particular stream like science. If you've got a high percentage, like above 90%, and if you've got somewhere of an average percentage, you get to take commerce. But this should definitely not be like that. At the core of the education system, what education means itself is to give relevant information about a particular thing to the individuals of our country, so that when they grow up, they can use that information in constructive ways which will benefit the country as well as the individuals themselves, in helping them earn their income and doing social work, because earning income and social work are obviously two different things. Social work means they can help other people, and education empowers the individuals, the children of our country, who are when they grow up, they are going to formulate the population, the adult population of the country itself. This education that is provided to children in their early years empowers the children to make a change in the society. Now, while we give education to children, education is very subjective in our country. Education is not very education is not at all focused on co-curricular subjects. Mostly, it is just focused on theories and nothing practical. So, when children are not taught in a way in which they can understand the things, a very few children who have the specific mindset to understand only through theories and not by actually seeing what happens in person, these children excel in our country. That is the very harsh truth. And while they excel, they get very high percentages in 10th and 12th boards, which then gives them the option to choose what stream they get. As for other children who do want to understand in different ways, but they cannot, they get very average percentages according to our education system. Uh, they get 85%, 80%, whatever. So they are forced by their parents, either their parents or the schools themselves, to take a particular stream like commerce, humanities, science, etc. While this has been going on for years, all of us in the back of our minds know that this is wrong, because when we think about it, there is no freedom being given to the students themselves who have to study. At the end of the day, they are the ones who have to learn about all the subjects that they're going to choose. They are not being given any freedom about what to choose. So when they are not being given any freedom, they will not have any interest whatsoever in the subject which they are very dictatorship in a very dictatorship like manner handed to in their hands. They will just study, then they will grow up, and they will have absolutely zero retention of the subject which they study, simply because they did not have interest when they study about that subject. That is why so many people in our country have good percentages, but when it comes to actual practical knowledge of that subject, in which field they are working, they have zero experience and are very inefficient individuals which do not contribute much to the society. So the percentage that a person gets, which determines the stream he or she takes, definitely does not determine the intellect within. Some people have very different interests from others. Some people have interest in subjects like painting, sculpture, arts, and different types of fine arts, but they do not get to pursue that simply because it is not itself in the education system. And intellect is not defined by what you can do. It is only defined by what you can do, what information you can retain, and what information you can very efficiently and productively use in a given situation. So definitely, the percentage that you get does not determine the intellect and the magnitude of intelligence that your brain has. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Vedant. So, can we have the next participant, Ashish Tomar? Slot number 8, Ashish Tomar. Ashish, turn on your mic and your video cam.
Are you guys able to see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hi, Ashish. Good afternoon. So,
Good
your
afternoon.
topic is sur- surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Sorry?
Is it clear? Your topic
No,
is
ma'am.
surviving a zombie. Okay, just a second. I'll repeat it. Your topic is surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Okay, so greetings everyone. I am Ashish Tomar, and the topic that is given to me is that how I will survive in a zombie apocalypse. So basically, if this happens, it's like a fantasy, or we can say that it's next to impossible, or as the current situation is going on, we people can say that it's hard that to be truth. So once if I was captured or I was in such a situation, I was got up in such a situation, so my first attempt is to make my family and my relatives secure. And if I could just make everyone or the other people who's around me who's just facing such kind of a problem, who's unable to just cope up from that problem, or who's unable to just make a move from that, so I'm just gonna go and make them aware too, and make help them always, as helps is the greatest thing that people should do. So in such a situation, my first attempt is always to be secure, to make my family secure, my relatives secure, and to make all the people around me secure, as it is the major issue, which is, as we all know, that it's next to impossible. It cannot be even we people have imagined. So as we can say, it's neither be happened in the past, or we can't say about the future. So it's a bit difficult for everyone to say that how a person reacts on such a situation, but if he faces or she faces kind of such a situation. But still, we people have to pre-plan what if we face a situation. So we people should have to find a place where we can keep, or we can maintain the secure environment, or we can make us or our relatives feel safe from such zombies, as we have seen in many movies or many thrillers, that if a zombie or a person which is not infected get in contact with those, so that person, a healthy person, is also get infected from those viruses, which is also, that person also turns into a zombie. So we people have to, I personally, so I make sure that my relatives, my families will not be in contact with such person, I must say, zombies. So that's the thing that I'm gonna do when I face a zombie apocalypse, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. We'll proceed towards the next participant, Kashika Sehgal.
Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
audible and visible.
Ashish, can you turn off your mic, please? Thank you. Hi, Kashika.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, Kashika, your topic is, what is glamour to you, or what is glamour according to you?
Yeah, I'll just switch on the timer. Glamour. So, this is a term that we all have heard of, but what does it exactly mean? Is it just the sparkles and bedazzles that are put on our clothes, or the red carpets that we walk on, or is it the inside beauty that we reflect? Today, I would like to speak on this topic and present my views. Glamour is very much present in the fashion industry. We see glamorous clothes, houses, and other designs all around us. Many a times we spend lots of money trying to buy these items. But what we forget is that we should not only focus on materialistic things, but instead also pay attention on ourselves. If we are only if only the materialistic things owned by us could gain, could help us gain all the happiness in our lives, people would have been happier and satisfied much earlier. Yes, materialistic things are important in our life to fulfill the human needs, but the most important thing for attaining happiness is to be glamorous and self-sufficient from within. We need to understand that whenever we think about glamour, the only thing that comes to our mind are the models and other celebrities that we see online. That is not true. When we look around ourselves and we see somebody who is not dressed up in glamorous clothes from high-end brands, or wearing stuff that is not very sparkly, we may think the person is not from a good social background. This isn't true. Every person has a different way of presenting themselves. Some people may like to be dressed over the top, and some like to keep it simplistic. It is the personal choice of each and every individual on how they want to present themselves. We should remember that how we present ourselves and how we create an impression on others is an essential part of our interactions with other human beings. But by the way people are dressed is not how we should judge them. The people way of how people talk, how they communicate, the way they respond to others' needs is also important. Being glamorous is important. We should be able to have an impact whenever we are able to meet other people. We should be able to create a first lasting impression. As it is said, first impression is the last impression. If we are able to create a lasting impression on the people we meet, we are able to have a good connect with them when we need their help later on. It is very much essential. We can take examples from our nature. We see peacocks which have a beautiful, which have very beautiful, have a beautiful body. They are able to capture all the eyes of the people, but they need that to attract the peahen. In that way, we should see and understand that glamour is important, but it isn't the only thing that affects us. Therefore, I would like to say that though we may attempt to buy costly items from high-end brands such as Prada, etc., we shouldn't just look for materialistic things that buy us happiness, but also try to improve ourselves and be a better human being for improving the life around us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashika. So, can we have the next slot, Yuvraj? Yuvraj Kashyap.
Good afternoon, judges. Am I audible and visible?
Good
Yeah,
afternoon.
you're
Yes,
audible.
Yuvraj. So your topic is streaming services and lack of parental control.
Streaming services and lack of parental control, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I would like to start by saying that in today's modern world, streaming services are an essential part of our life. So most of you will have an Amazon Prime Netflix, Amazon Prime subscription, Netflix subscription, Hotstar subscription. So what are these basically? These are online platforms which you pay for and buy subscriptions, which allow you to watch exclusive movies at your own time and at your own comfort. So how do these benefit us? These benefit us when we do not have the time to go through our channel guides and see that when a show is going to be there, when a movie is going to be streamed. So it is as a comfort for us to watch it whenever we want. Now streaming services, they do take up a lot of our time. In quarantine, many of us, like most of us, will be sitting in front of Netflix and watching it for the entire day. This kills our time, and this makes us unhealthy, you can say. So as we will munch on things while we are glued to the TV, we are binge watching series, and it will make us unfit as we don't go out and we don't explore the outside world. We are not made so, we are not becoming socially active at all, except from the social media, of course. But streaming services give a lot of pleasure to everyone, but all in all, it is not so great. If you look at it that way, it's not so great. First, there are the additional prices costs. You buy a Fire TV stick for about 5,000, then you buy the subscriptions for another $1,000, then you buy another channel subscription. So all in all, it is an expensive package. I prefer the normal TV. So now the people support the streaming services, but do they really? And is it really beneficial for them? Because I don't think it's beneficial for me. I am not glued to the TV all the time, which is a very nice thing about me, which I feel personally, and I don't think that anyone else should be. Now, now if we talk about the public it aims at, it's basically middle and upper high class, which buys these products, which is not very feasible for them as well because they skip their time and they waste their time on this. So yeah, I would conclude by saying this. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuvraj. So, can we have Ashima Garg? Ashima Garg.
Hi, Ashima.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, your topic is secularism and superstitions.
All right. So I'll just put on the timer. Okay, so secularism basically it is something that we have been seeing over the years. Even if we actually, it's been like it is. We are surrounded by it. I hear my parents, my family, all of us talk about the same thing that there are wars going on with China, Pakistan, and all. And why is that? That is just because of the Hindu-Muslim thing. We have categorized those countries on the basis that in India it is a Hindu majority, and whereas in Pakistan there are Muslims and they're fighting over Kashmir because of the same reason. I think that it is not about Hindu Muslim. It is just about that those countries got divided and now they're fighting over a particular thing. But this is where the thing comes into. We tend to suppress the other group because we feel that our religion is the best. We are at the top level. We don't try to realize that this the other person who is pursuing a different religion, they feel the same way. They feel that their religion is the best. I think that just like the way it goes in my relatives live in foreign countries. They live abroad. So when I talk to them, they're always like, here everybody lives together. We're friends, and it is not like that. If that person is a Muslim, I am not going to talk to him or something. They all talk to each other. So according to me, that when secularism comes into picture, a lot of superstitions do come into picture, and it is up to us to handle them. So just now I quoted the example of Muslims and Pakistanis, and now if Muslims and Hindus, sorry, and now if I even talk about our communal clashes, why are those prevalent? That is also just because we tend to come from different groups. If today I say that some particular group is on the rise and they are blocking roads and they are protesting against something, then that is also because of secularism. They feel that, for example, even if I talk about that, we need reserved seats. So they want reserved seats because they feel that their religion is not being represented. But then they should realize that the things that are being represented, that is because of the talent they possess and not because some religion is in majority. Our constitution, it directly states that in India there is no official religion. Every religion will have the same respect. Then we should just consider the fact that everyone is equal and we need to give everyone the same respect and avoid these superstitions that come into picture, which always get related to our why we are on this rise and why we are there. So we just need to take care of that, and all the things will be sorted themselves. So thank you.
Thank you, Ashwa.
Okay, so that was good. So Muskan, I hope so everyone is done with their slots and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Sachimam, would you like to give them a brief sort of a feedback for everyone or something like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hats off to you people. You have done a great job, every one of you. I remember when I was of your age, I was not that confident, especially in a competition like Extempore. It's amazing to see all of you so confident, having a hold over your topic. It's great. I'm really impressed with each of you. And Muskan and Mayank, you have done an amazing job to organize something like this to motivate the kids. I feel that all of you have covered both sides of the coin. I mean, a topic which is given to you, be it secularism, zombie apocalypse, anything. You have talked about all the aspects. So it really impressed me, especially the fact that you have taken quotes from famous philosophers, from Jawaharlal Nehru, everything. And to think something like that at a particular point of time, it's impressive. So good job. I have written a lot of things. I thought that I'll discuss with all of you, but I guess you must be waiting for the results. So, right?
Yes, ma'am. So what we're gonna do is, are we giving them the results right now, or shall we give them afterwards, like on a WhatsApp or on an email notification, as you feel like?
No, it's up to you. The way you want. I'm done with the results.
Okay, you're done with the results.
So
So
it's
Muskan, let's
yeah.
roll out the results right now only. So it would be good for them also. They can have a personal feedback also regarding the same.
Okay. Your voice is breaking. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I'm saying ki let's roll out the results right now, so that they can have a personal sort of feedback also, and they can know the thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sure, man. Then you can just roll out the results.
Okay, I have to announce the five participants, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Top five.
Okay. So I'm announcing not in any particular order. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible. You're
Yeah,
audible,
ma'am,
ma'am.
you're audible.
Okay. So not in any particular order. Anahita.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, Anahita, I really liked how you discussed about what a person should do and if a person is right or wrong that contributes to his or her own growth. How you could have taken some more examples of various celebrities, I felt, of some famous personalities that could be helpful to you, and you did a great job. So you are one of top five. Great job.
Thank you so much. I'll show your input in mine and work on.
Karan.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
I really liked the topic and the way you had command over things. It was amazing. The way you covered the impact on health, I thought that you kids might not realize that it does have an impact on your health. But the way you covered it, it was impressive. So good job.
Any improvisations I can make?
Yeah, I just feel you could be a little more patient while speaking. I mean, I know there are a lot of things that come to your mind when you get a topic. So you want to speak, like you just want to put forward everything. So I just want you to be a bit more patient, put forward your points in a bit more relaxed manner. I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that. Have got that feedback many times.
Yeah, good job. Kashika?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Kashika, it was amazing to see you talk about glamour from everything. I mean, you talked about how people were wearing sparkly clothes and we judged them on the basis of that, which is a good job. I mean, you have covered what is there in the head of everyone, be it a 10-year-old or a 60-year-old. We judge people with the way they look. So it's good that you covered something like this. And yes, you could have talked about, yeah, you have done that. Yes, appearances can be deceptive. So good
Yes.
job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vanshika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Vanshika, fabulous job. Your confidence is something that was amazing. The way you talked about Pune Pact. I mean, you started with something like Pune Pact, which kids of your age, I have also forgotten about it, and I was a social science teacher. So to touch upon these things at that point of time, it was very good. You started from the very root cause. I just felt that you could have included a little bit more on how reservation is impacting the people today. I mean, do we still need reservation in our society, or what could be the basis? You could have talked about how reservation can be an alternative or can be something that could be income based or something like that. I hope it's clear.
Right, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. And the last one is Ashish. Ashish Tomar.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, Ashish, you did a fabulous job in talking about a topic like which was pretty tricky. I felt the zombie apocalypse. Ashish, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
You did a fab. Ashish, am I audible?
Ma'am, yes, you are clearly audible.
Okay. So you did a fabulous job in talking about how you would like to help your relatives. I really like that point. I mean, you just put forward your feelings, what you felt at that point of time, which was really impressive. And keep up the good work. I just want you to be a bit more confident when you're speaking. Okay, your content was
Yes, ma'am.
very good. Just be a bit more confident.
Yeah,
And
sure, ma'am.
thank you, Ashish. And one more thing, Muskan and Mayank, there is another contestant which I really liked her content.
Okay.
So it's up to you people to decide. Sanya.
Okay, okay. Sanya Fatima, right? Okay. Ma'am,
Thank you
we'll
so much.
take that into consideration.
Mayank, your voice is breaking.
Yep.
Sanya, you did a fabulous job in talking about social media. You talked about both the positives and negatives and difference between real and fake, how we are forgetting the difference. And I really liked the way you presented yourself, your confidence. It was good. Just be a bit more firm on your point. Okay? If you feel something that you strongly feel about, do not worry about what we think, what others will think. Just put forward that point and stick to it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much.
So all of you were fabulous. Hiya, Sabhyata, Vedant, everyone. If I'm forgetting someone else's name, please remind me. Yuvraj, Ashima, all of you were fabulous. Really impressed with all of you. And I hope you're satisfied with the judgment.
Perfectly, ma'am. Like we
Yes,
always
ma'am.
knew
Yes,
that you'll be
ma'am.
gonna, give the fair judgment to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Exactly. So congratulations to all the participants.
Congratulations to all the participants and to the winners as well, to the top
Uh,
5.
so,
top 6, I'm sorry.
so you'll be notified via WhatsApp. Top 6.
Yeah.
Okay, see you guys.
So guys will be, notified via your WhatsApp and email. And right now we are just winding up the session. So thank you so much for making time.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but I'm still confused. Like, am I there or am I not there?
You are there,
In the
Sanya. You're top 6. It was not in any particular order.
okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I was hoping if I could get a feedback.
Yes, Yuvraj, definitely. Just a second. Yeah. So Yuvraj, you did a fabulous job in covering about the meaning of all the streaming services. What are they? How you can have access to it. But I just felt that you did not cover the parental care aspect a little much. Like in cinemas,
Yes.
we have ratings, right? 15 plus, 18 plus. But it is not there on streaming services like Netflix. I mean,
Right, ma'am.
anyone can, if you don't know how to work Netflix, you can, even a 10-year-old can watch a movie which is adult, right? So you could have touched upon that a little more. I really liked you were so confident, but a little more,
Thank you.
I mean, emphasis on parental care because it was a part of your topic, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I get it.
That could have been great. I hope you understood.
Yes, ma'am. I did. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
My feedback also, please.
Here, yeah. So here you did a fabulous job in talking about how we, in the times of diversity, in the times of adversity, be it on religion, be it on gender, we are united, everything. You could have touched upon the aspect of the present scenario. Like there are so many, you can say, rumors that are there that we might have a World War III. And the topic of terrorism, which is so prevalent today, you could have touched upon it a little more. I really liked your confidence, especially because you were the first contestant. And when I have always scared of public speaking. So whenever I'm put on the spot, I was not able to. I mean, if I'm the first contestant, I won't be able to put my thoughts in a coherent manner. But you did a fabulous job. I just want you to stick to the topic a little more. I mean, don't just talk about global diversity in gender, in general, but stick to the topic a little more. I hope you're understanding here.
Yes, ma'am, I'm understanding it.
I hope it was a good session. Anyone else? So, Mayank, can we wrap it up?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. We just wind up. And Ricky, you can just turn off the stream. And people, you also thank you so much for coming and making your time. All the selected participants would be notified via your WhatsApp. And all the best. Let's see what happens tomorrow and let's see who wins the competition. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, and have a great day. And thank you so over here and making your time and just giving your thoughts to each and every one of us and in such a short notice and coming to us, like it really means a lot. And being a student of yours, it really means a lot to bring you as a judge to our people who are the future of tomorrow. So thank you so much, ma'am. We are highly obliged to have you, and have a great day, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayank. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Muskan, for having me here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all of you.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Okay.